This is Holly with woodlandshits.com, and I have Dr. Donald Thigpen here in the studio. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So you recently opened Core Health Chiropractic and Natural Medicine here in the Woodlands, and this just happened last year, actually.
Yes, I finally had the privilege and opportunity to build a brand new, beautiful facility right here in the Woodlands.
So where is it actually located in the Woodlands?
It's located in Indian Springs Village.
Okay, I
On
know
the
exactly
corner
where it is.
of Kuykendall Road and Flint Ridge Road.
I know exactly where that is. So tell me, how did you get started, with your chiropractic, practice and natural medicine and all of that good stuff?
Well, I've been in practice for 12 years.
Okay.
So my chiropractic career started quite some time ago, but I had a personal experience where I injured my own back.
Okay.
And the only thing that was able to relieve the pain and get me back to normal was chiropractic care. And so that's what inspired me to go into the field of chiropractic. About halfway through my career, I started into the field of natural medicine as well, which is a specialized niche, getting more into treating a lot of chronic symptoms that people have in an alternative, holistic, natural way.
Okay.
What inspired me to do that was one day my own mother came into my office and she brought a bag full of prescription pills that she was on. And she began to explain to me what each medication was for and the side effects that she was enduring because of those medications. And then she pulled out another bag and pulled out more medicine. And the purpose of those medications were to counteract the side effects of her primary medications. And at that point in time, I realized we had a problem.
Right.
And it's something that I had seen in other patients as well, but it kind of hits home when it's your own mother.
Absolutely.
And so I began to pursue natural medicine very seriously, and I've obtained a lot of continuing education since that time and certifications so that I can help people reduce the amount of medications that they have to take a more holistic, natural approach to health and wellness.
And I think, nowadays people have a stigma. Well, I don't know. I think it's a personal thing for me, but I think that the pharmaceutical companies are, just trying to bank money and bribe doctors to prescribe those medications. And, we have natural things that can help us, and I think that's not well known enough, and we need to educate people more about natural medicine.
That's true, and now with the advent of the internet and more information that
Oh
is
God, don't get me on WebMD because I'll have some crazy chronic illness.
Yeah, and then there's just more information available at people's fingertips now. So even though it is not well known and it still needs to be educated, people are starting to wise up and see the control that a lot of the pharmaceutical and drug industries have. And don't get me wrong, medication has its place.
I agree.
And I've always said that America has the number one best healthcare system when it comes to emergency conditions and acute healthcare. But when it comes to chronic conditions, managing long-term illnesses and symptoms, that's where we miserably fail here in America. And that's where people get hooked on medications with side effects for long periods of time. And that's what I really, really would like to try to reduce.
So do you ever do some lunch and learns or anything like that in your practice to get people in to, just chat with them about, what's specific, I don't know, topics each month or every quarter? Do you do something like that?
I do them occasionally. I don't really have a set schedule, but I do, I guess, when I feel inspired and when I feel the need or when I'm asked, do events like that where I go in and educate people on those things. The trick about that is finding a captive audience that is interested in hearing about that kind of thing. And so that's the kind of people that I like to speak to.
So do you obviously work with just natural medicine and also the chiropractic? Do you also deal with children and pregnant women and things like that? Do you deal with those types of people as well?
Sure do. Sometimes people are unaware that chiropractic care is actually very safe and effective for pregnant women. In fact, most of the time they can get adjustments all the way up to the point of delivery.
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
It is very safe. It is very effective at reducing the amount of back pain, the amount of stiffness, the sciatica that comes along with pregnancy.
Where were you when I was pregnant? My doctor looked at me and
right.
said, "Welcome to pregnancy."
Yes.
That's pretty much what she told me.
Yes. And you're going to have some degree of discomfort with pregnancy. But what chiropractic adjustments can do, along with massage therapy as well, which I also have in my clinic, you combine those two therapies for pregnant women, and it really minimizes and reduces the amount of discomfort that they go through during the pregnancy. And also, it keeps the pelvis and lumbar area nice and flexible and mobile, and it gives rise to what usually ends up being an easier birthing process.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense to me.
Then I will say, bring me your infant after they're born, and let's do some adjustments on the infant, which is much different than what I do for an adult. Some people get very scared. How can you adjust just a little baby infant? Actually, very delicately. I do it with my fingertips.
Okay.
So it's very gently done, but it can help prevent, probably one of the major things that it helps prevent is colic.
I know that I've heard it helps with like ear infections and like
Yes.
kids that get chronic ear infections, and then you take them to chiropractic
Yeah.
care, and
Yeah.
they're done. They're
Yeah.
gone.
And it's not magic. It's just real simple biomechanics. If you keep the vertebra of the neck moving and not allowing them to become fixated, it allows the eustachian tubes to drain out of the ears,
Okay.
so that the fluid doesn't back up in the child's ear and give rise to ear infections. So it's just about drainage.
Sure.
Very simple. And then when you keep the lower back mobile and flexible and keep the little vertebra in alignment, that helps stimulate the bowels to move.
Okay.
So it moves the baby's little bloated, gassy intestines to keep that moving so that they don't get backed up and distended in their belly. And,
Sure.
it gets very uncomfortable. Just think about it. If all you did was lay on the couch and eat all day, which is what babies do,
Yeah.
they lay, sleep, and eat. They don't get any movement. And so that's what the little adjustments do, is it just kind of helps move things along
Okay.
so that they can keep things moving. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's wow. So again, guys, I have Dr. Thigpen in here with Core Health Chiropractic and Natural Medicine. Your office is located over there in Indian Springs Village.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is a good way for them to get in contact with you?
Well, our website is www.corehealthchiropractor.com.
Okay.
Our telephone number is 281-364-2673. So either of those methods are a pretty good way to get in contact with us and schedule an appointment if needed.
Okay. And if someone were to come in and do initial appointment, what would that kind of look like for a first time appointment?
Right. The chiropractic side of my practice is very different from the natural medicine side of my practice. So we're actually running a special on the chiropractic side this month, which is $19 for your initial examination and adjustment.
Okay.
Normally that's $148.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
but this month it's $19.
Okay, guys, October, $19
Yes.
for your first initial visit and an adjustment. I think that's a great deal.
It is a great deal. On the natural medicine side, I spend a lot more time with my patients because a
Which
whole
makes
lot
sense.
of history and discussion goes into that part of my practice. It's usually a 1 hour consultation with me, one-on-one. That initial consultation is $195.
Okay.
And from there, we discuss what type of laboratory testing we need to do to get to the root cause of that patient's problems. And then from there, we can prescribe herbs, botanicals, vitamins, supplements, minerals, nutrition, nutrients, whatever we need to do along the natural pathway to get to the root cause of the problem and avoid getting on medications or maybe trying to get off of some medications.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Dr. Thigpen, thank you so much for coming into the studio today. And again, guys, he's with Core Health Chiropractic and Natural Medicine. Check out his website and, take advantage of that, deal with, the natural medicine side or the chiropractic care side. So thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
Have a great day.